So are you from the same school? Are you from the same international school? Some of you.
ชูสบรี
พระอาจารย์พระอาจารย์เชื่อว่าชีวิตเราถูกกำหนดเลยนะมันมีของทิพย์
they call it like from liquid, right? What do you think that our life is determined? You think so? In Buddhism we call it the kamma likhit, you know, kamma likhit. It's written by your own karma. You know what karma is? กรรมชีวิตลิขิตด้วยกรรม What is กรรม Karma is what we do. Our mental action, verbal action, physical action. This is the determine our life. So this is the real determinator is our action. So we in the past we do some certain action before which still influence up to this day. But having said that, we also have a choice. At that moment, we can make a choice to do what next. So that both there are certain things that we do in the past that make we having this situation now. But at the same time, we can make some decision whether what we're gonna do next. So this is the correct way of Buddhism. If you not mindful, you basically fall into this cycle. You know, you maybe, for example, you might harm other being in the past, and now that person go and hit you, and then because you're not mindfulness, you hit each other, it become getting more and more violence. So that you can call that determinism, but it's your own action in the past. And then, but you have a chance. You can say, "Oh, I'm stopped now. I don't want to further." That's why we take the precept. We don't know what action that we done in the past, but say, "Okay, now we stop now. Let's stop now." And then, from now on, I will not harm you anymore. You know, so we can change the direction of that karma, and then rather than try to involve and make it more suffering to each other, we try to go the other way. Try to be helping each other free from suffering. So that's possibility. Okay, yes. I can tell you the story of myself. You know, before I never believed in the fortune teller so much, but one time when before I ordained, I study, and my friends bring me to see one of his teacher, which is a fortune teller. He made some forecast, which is a little bit disappointed. So he not do it for a few months. What happened is that because he is so good at fortune teller, he can predict in the future what's gonna happen. So one day he predict his own daughter. He said, "Okay, you pass the examination. You will be in such and such university." But when he made that prediction, his daughter feel lazy. My father is a great fortune teller, and he told me that I'm gonna pass the exam. So what did she do? She stopped reading. She stopped studying for her exam. And you know what happened? She failed the exam. So, like I said, even though there are some kind of maybe some tendency, it may be some likelihood that you might be such and such, but it's not always sure. Future is always uncertain. So when you're not practicing as before, you fail the examination. So basically because of that incident, he not predict anybody for like almost 3 or 4 months. So, but anyhow, my friend took me to this particular teacher, and then he asked me to look for my future. So he said, "Oh yeah, man, maybe I can do that." So he take my palm and he take my birthday and he do some calculation, and he told me that, "Okay, yeah, you're gonna travel far away, and then you basically you do this and this." So I said, "Oh yeah, maybe my friend told him what I'm gonna do, so that's why he predict correctly." And then he go further to my other detail, like he said, when I be in the West, then I will buy the red car. It's very specific. And then he said that I'm gonna have the accident. So he predict many things. And also he predict about my girlfriend as well. You're gonna meet such and such girl and this and that. And then you're gonna get married and you're gonna have many children. That what they predict. So I was listen, but I didn't believe it. So I said, "Oh, no way." So I go to the West. I go to America, and I did buy the red car. It's all because I always want to buy red car, but my mother said, "Okay, you have to stay with the white car because the white car is the safest. It's good reflection. It's no accident." But I like the red color, so I basically ride the red car. And because of the red car, I ride a little bit fast, and I got into accident. So 2 of the prediction is already correct. So after of this thing, I oh yeah, before I come here, one of the fortune teller told me that I can do this and this, and the first 2 is already correct. And then I meet another girl, and then well, wait a minute, this is gonna be correct. I end up gonna be with this girl and gonna get married and gonna get many children. So I said, "Okay, let's see whether I can change my future." So then I go to the monastery. I meet the Ajahn Amaro, Ajahn Chayasaro is a meditation monk. Ajahn Amaro and Ajahn Chayasaro is from England. Disciple of Ajahn Chah. So I meet with them and then I spend some meditation time with them. And then after I learn about my own understanding of myself, now I can have a chance to change my future. Now, even though with this particular lady and maybe some attraction there, but I realize that I don't want to repeat the same life cycle. Like my mother and father, and have another children, become again study and this. So I decided, I want to try other options. So maybe I would like to be a monk rather than being a doctor. So I changed my direction. So up to this day, how many years now? Almost 30 years from that day. I think I didn't follow that path. You can say that the future is already determined. I would say to a certain extent. It also depends on how you're gonna change that. Because you have a point, you can when you have mindfulness. They said for people who practice, the prediction is not correct anymore because you can take on your own hand what you want to do. But if you not practice, your mind is basically repeated. You repeat the same way that you do before and before. What do? You already have done that before, but because you're not mindful, you tend to be repeating the same thing over and over again. So this is my personal. I think it's true for in many cases where there are certain predictive values. It can be correct to a certain extent, but then if you be mindful, then you can change your course of your future by basically know what you're doing, know more about yourself, and then not follow everything that come up in your mind, and then be more mindful and ground on the Dhamma. So I think that pretty much the limit of the prediction. Okay, maybe few more questions before the lunch time. Any questions? Anybody here want to be a monk in the future? One. Anybody want to be a doctor? One. How can you be a monk and a doctor at the same time?
I don't know.
No. You want to be both?
I want to be both.
Okay, you can be a doctor monk, huh? Okay, try not to point the foot toward the Buddha direction, okay? Keep your feet in front of the respect. Try to not point the feet to the Buddha. And also when you listen to the Dhamma talk, try not to lean on the arms like that. Try to sit straight. It's one of the called the Sekhiya Vata. Okay. Eat, not lean on this. Sit. Right. I think your name is not which go off very quickly. I could see Varan, right? Varat. It's very go very quickly. You can't see the word very well. Okay, so if you don't have any question, when we do some meditation, okay, we have some more few minutes left. Okay, let's do some meditation. Okay, let's see. มีคำถามห้องน้ำห้องน้ำอยู่ตรงไหนตัวนี้ก็ได้นะห้องนี้ใกล้ๆห้องนี้วิ่งก้มหลัง Okay, so you can sit cross-legged. Yes. เชื่อเรื่องผีไหมผียังไงนะมีเยอะเลยที่หน้ากุฏิอาจารย์เราเดินลงมาผีเสื้อทั้งนั้นเลยบินมีเยอะผีนั่นนะมันก็คืออะไรผีโลภผีโกรธผีหลงใช่ไหม
พลังงานบางอย่างค่ะ
มันก็มีทั้งนั้นแหละ So your face of course here we have the we call the test night so you have to learn the chanting very well because on that particular night it's gonna be everything is dark black and then one by one you have to walk slowly and then you're allowed to have some small flashlight and you have to walk and then do some chanting so you learn your chanting well because you have to use that.
Do we have testing night?
I'm not sure. We have to get together first. We have to because see, I look at the moon. It's so bright now, so we have to wait until the moon is dark. So otherwise, it's not scary. See, the moon is so bright, so we have to wait until it's a black night.
สนใจลูก
Okay, so we have another 8 minutes. Let's see. Sit cross-legged. You can do some few meditation. Okay, sit cross-legged. Your hand you can put like this. Right on left, you can put your thumb together like this, helping with the mindfulness. If your thumb is slip off, then you know that you might be sleepy. So you start all over again. Okay? Close your eye. Just pay attention to yourself. Breathing in, breathing out. Taking all the way in, breathing out, taking all the way out. And try to watch your breathing when go in and out. Notice some vibration, sensations that come when you take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Notice how peaceful the mind is. Just let it be natural. Don't have to force it in any way. Just try to be friendly with our own breathing. Breathing in, you know that we're breathing in. Breathing out, you know that we're breathing out. Breathing in long, you know that we're breathing in long. Breathing in short, you know that we're breathing in short. Just one breath at a time. See whether we can be 100% with the breathing all the way. The beginning, middle, and the end. Again, beginning, middle, and the end, breathing out. And just keep the mindfulness on one particular spot where you can sense the most. Maybe at the tip of your nose, at your upper lips, chest area. Wherever it is, just keep that particular attention. And then learn how to relax, how to breathe in such a way that it relax your body. Kind of sending the thought of loving kindness, the metta, compassion toward all living beings. May all beings be at ease. May all beings be well. May they all attain happiness. May they all be wise. May they all be free from sufferings. So spread this metta, this energy of loving kindness toward all living beings. May they all be part of our great merit that we can obtain today by taking the ordinations. May all be part of this merit. May whatever I learn, may I be able to share that with all living beings. Again, if we lost ourselves in the thought of the past or the future, gently bring it back to the breathing. Breathing in, aware that I'm breathing in, breathing out, aware that I'm breathing out. All we have to do is just be with the breathing, nothing to think about, nothing to worry about, just be with the breathing in and out, one breath at a time. Okay, so slowly you can open your eyes and then keep your mindfulness maintained, even though you're not sitting. When you are eating, taking the food from the table, you have to be mindful. Take only what you need, only to enough for you to be not feel hungry, and then you can practice with ease. Okay, so I'll lead to Ajahn Chumpon for you lead you to the next session.